Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla. You watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Street and Steel Kickstarter riding shoe available at RevZilla.com. This is the Kickstarter, a juggernaut within the Street and Steel line. If we look at it, it is a riding shoe / riding sneaker. It's not going to be CE rated, it's not overly technical, it carries decent moto functionality and protection, and it won't break the bank. I like it for year-round riding. In my opinion, if it suits your style, it suits your style. Just know what you're walking into. Around the $100 mark, suede leather on the sides with these rubberized cap toe is a nice touch. And the biggest thing you have to remember, it's a riding sneaker. They call it a riding shoe, but riding sneaker means about a 3 out of 10 on the stiff scale. So while you're riding, if you're looking for technical support, that's not going to offer any. But if you say, I commute to work, I wear baggy jeans, and I want to seat this under my jeans for all day around the office, it totally rocks. And it's going to work. It's going to be very, very comfortable off the bike. Keep that in mind. At first glance, doesn't have a ton of protection. It doesn't have reflective. But again, it's kind of right down the middle of where functionality meets everyday usage meets off the bike. And that's that blend of factors that make, in my opinion, a solid riding shoe. Now, one color, black only, gray laces. Notice it's tucked in. You can get a shot of the sole here. Remember, it is a sneaker style sole. And that brings us to fit. The fit on this bad boy is interesting, and here's why it's interesting. Using the size chart, it only comes in whole sizes, and it's American, so there's going to be a little bit of extra room there. So what that means is if you wear a 9, buy a 9. If you wear a 10, buy a 10. If you wear an 11, buy an 11. Buy the nearest whole size if you're in between. I wear a 9.5 sneaker. I would wear a size 9. That little bit of extra width, little bit of extra room in the toe box, the fact that it's more generous cut, which I'm a fan of, means if you're in between or wear a half size, go the size down, and you should be good to go. It's not an overly pronounced arch. It's not overly technical on the inside of this boot, but it's a nice touch. The other thing when we think about fit is look at the amount of foam up here along the ankle. I actually really dig this because there are a lot of folks that are wearing casual pants, not technical socks, and ultimately the fact that this is this jersey style mesh, it will wick sweat away, and it's nice. Big amounts of foam. It's going to cradle the back of your ankle and your Achilles and just be a very soft and comfortable riding sneaker or shoe to wear if you're wearing a short or athletic sock. So that is a nice touch. Use a size chart. We'll ship free over $39. And remember, I'd love it if you click our logo, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel, leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback here on the Street and Steel Kickstarter. Now, more nuance into the boot itself, or the riding shoe. Rubberized cap toe. This is a very similar boot than we'd see in like the Moto 9 from Speed and Strength. Again, similar flavors here, but what sets the Street and Steel off is the fact that they have this rubberized cap toe. I think that's a very cool feature, a little bit more durable, especially on the left side that's going to interface with your shift panel. Now, other things to keep in mind. These are exposed laces. They're not covered laces. They're not rounded laces. So on the left side or when you're messing with your controls, you always have a little bit of an extra factor of maybe getting tangled up depending on how you ride, but they're going for that sneaker look. So that's that trade-off. As you work your way up, notice the eyelets here. They are metallic eyelets, and you work from that brushed rubber into your leather, into then the suede leather that comes in a few different flavors and panels with some accent stitching pulling it together. And they gave you some additional leather up here towards the top of the cuff as well. On the back, I don't need a pull from my finger. It's a sneaker. But what I do need is a little pop of reflectivity. Street and Steel, if you're listening, give me a pop of reflectivity there. And if we work to the inside of this boot and we look at it, ultimately, same as the outside, no frills here, not a lot of new going on. The only thing that I would say that could be easily done is because you have so much padding on the lateral and medial side, give me a little Fred Flintstone. Give me a little cup. Bake it on the inside. Give me a little bit more ankle protection. At around the $100 mark, for an extra $5 to $10 in total cost, I don't think you're going to scare anybody off, but I think you can make this boot a hair more technical, more protective, and more useful for what I see as the everyday rider or potentially the sport commuter heading to and from work that's going to be very happy after a late night in the office when somebody's high beams have a chance to pick them up more actively because there's a pop of reflective on the boots coupling with all the lighting that goes into jackets, pants, and the rest of the bike. Now, the next step in your journey is to click the info button, desktop, mobile device. Visit the product detail page at RevZilla.com. Read other rider reviews of the Kickstarter. You shouldn't just take my word for it. As always, we'll ship free over $39. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Stay up to date with our opinion, latest and greatest in the moto universe. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.